Sorry I didn't make as many videos as I used to on E3, and sorry I didn't get them up earlier. I didn't also really get any good PlayStation experience footage. I've been really lethargic lately. I haven't really been myself. Don't know really why, but finally got off my ass, made this video. It's going to be a general recap of what I was interested in at E3, and instead of like last year where I did a few videos separated by conference or so, and this time it's just going to be all in one. So I will, I guess, start off with Ubisoft's conference. This one was only thing interesting for me, I guess. They announced Watch Dogs 2 before E3. I mean, I guess I'm in the smaller crowd of saying I didn't mind Watch Dogs 1. I didn't have much of an issue with it. So Watch Dogs 2, yay, San Francisco. Looking forward to it. Although for all the people who are upset that the main character's black, fuck your racist ass. The favorite part for me of Ubisoft's conference was the South Park game, Fractured Butthole. It was already announced, but they released more information about it. The gameplay looks awesome. The humor is there. I loved the trailer that was released slightly before their conference, and I think it was at their conference. Yeah. It was at the end of their South Park's turn at Ubisoft's conference, and it had the boys arguing about how to start their movie franchise. No one was saved. They made fun of Marvel. They made fun of DC. They made fun of J.J. Abrams, which that was actually my favorite part. Stan's like, oh, we should start our own. No, there's nothing wrong with starting with the same movie to begin a franchise. And kind of like, okay, J.J. Abrams. That was my favorite part. Coming out in December. Can't wait to play it. Wish I could play it now. EA's conference. Overall disappointing, but two things I took away. The Battlefield 1 trailer, Battlefield 1 trailer they released. Very interesting. It kind of showed the intensity of World War I. I'm sure, although they'll glorify it at some point. But it looks interesting. It's Battlefield. Hopefully it just doesn't release broken at launch like Battlefield 4 did. I mean, I'm still a Battlefield fan over Call of Duty. Absolutely hate Call of Duty. But if EA keeps rushing the shit and releasing broken multiplayer shooters over and over again, people are going to get fed up eventually. EA Titanfall 2. I'm actually looking forward to this. I know the first one was Xbox exclusive, wasn't really that into it, but now that I saw the multiplayer trailer to the second one, I am interested. I am paying attention. I love and I know the wall running and the mech suits were in the first one, but the fact that you can now use like a whip type thing to grappling people both in midair on things to get advantage, to get boosts, everything about that trailer is just so epic. Especially, I don't even think I want to be in a mech. I think I just want to be running around, flying everywhere. Well, like, I guess you can call it parkouring, but it's not quite. But still, it looked what a dream shooter for me should be like. Fluid, lots of options, high intensity action, literally high intensity. That I'm actually looking forward to. I can't wait to see what comes out of that. I can't remember what conference I saw this at, or if it was even a conference, but Gwent game. Stand-alone Gwent game from Witcher 3. Looking forward to it. I asked for it since it came out, and as everyone who knows, when I was streaming the main game and streaming the Blood and Wine DLC, I don't care. I was going for Gwent. If there was Gwent missions available, I was doing them. You know, forget finding Ciri, forget talking to the Toussaint Queen or whatever, and finding the Beast of Toussaint who's killing people. Nope, not at all. Gwent, card game. Really looking forward to it. Although the beta is only for Xbox One and PC, and I signed up for the PC one. I'm hoping that's just for the beta. I'm hoping the full game comes to PS4 because I'll play the hell out of that. I'll probably get really competitive and yell at the computer when something doesn't go my way, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it. So, PlayStation's conference now. Keep in mind, this is from the viewpoint of the PlayStation experience thing that went on. So I was in a very fancy theater, VIP experience, watching the stream. So I guess I'll start with the beginning of the conference. When Sony's conference began, it was so weird. They were doing that weird and the weird sounds and weird chorus, and we're like, what, did we get the right stream in this theater? Is this a mistake? And then the God of War 4 footage come up, and I'm like, nope, fine, you're forgiven, go, God of War 4, it's fine, I get it, go. And everything about God of War 4 looked awesome. I think they picked a perfect part of the game to show off a more aged still kind of angry, very brash Kratos, but with a beard. It actually suited him. I can't remember if that was his son he was helping hunt, but that itself was intriguing because he wasn't really being loving. He was being assertive and telling his kid how to take care of himself and live, but still from a caring point of view. And their mother, whoever that was, has seen that Kratos had feelings for her. Hopefully, she didn't get killed by any Nordic god. But then the trolls came in and started attacking them, and I think one of them even said something about Valhalla, so that confirmed the rumor that this was a Nordic setting. So I can't wait to see Kratos versus Thor, Odin, Loki. I can't wait for that. I'm sure there'll be a few Marvel jokes in there somewhere, but it also looked open world. It also featured a dragon flying by, but it's definitely a bold take from the old God of War series. I guess he's a more aged, still angry god and facing completely new enemies. So we will see. Of course, I'm looking forward to it. Just wish I had more information. I think it's called Become Human. The one the one with the android who's trying to talk down the other android with the girl on the roof. That was also interesting. It had like a Quantum Dreams like feel to it. All the choices you could make, like you could save the girl through lying to the android, pushing him off the building and protecting the girl, pushing him off the building with you and protecting the girl, getting him to relinquish voluntarily and letting the girl go. I love that type of game where it's all up to you. You can forge your own path. You can screw up or you can succeed. It looks interesting. It kind of has a Blade Runner-ish feel, like an emotional tone to it, like that movie did. So if it does, I'm more for it. Again, I want more information. Days Gone. Now, I know when this arrived, it said Ben Studio on it, and it had, it looked like The Last of Us. I'm just going to get right down to it. It looked like a spin-off or a sequel to The Last of Us, but it wasn't the case because it was made by Ben Studio. But even my wife's like, wait, is that Joel's brother? Is this like a spin-off movie or game with how he got to the dam that you got to? Either way. It set itself apart, though, with the zombies. So many of them, the horde mode type stuff that they had where they were going over each other trying to reach you, it looked like what's it called? World War Z with Brad Pitt. It looked exactly like those zombies, and the entire time after he takes care of the person he was looking for and he's running around, that was intense. Although I kept screaming, why are you stopping to shoot? You are not gonna kill fucking like 1,200 zombies. Just run. That whole scene was so intense. And I'm definitely paying attention to that game. It stood itself apart from the typical zombie game, just like The Last of Us did. Hopefully there's some sort of emotional tone there to back it up too. We'll see. But again, just what impressed me the most was how the zombies tumbled over each other. Like the frame rate didn't drop. Such a feeling of dread, you know? The Resident Evil 7, as they're calling it right now, announcement. I have the demo downloaded on my PS4, haven't played it yet, but when it first came on, no one knew even close that it was Resident Evil, and then when it finally did, everyone's like, whoa, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's about right. They're not quite going back to their original formula, more PT-ish. I'm hoping they don't rip off PT and try to just capitalize on its, success. I guess you can call it its popularity because it was so praised for the demo and then it got canceled and everyone was disappointed about it. I'm hoping they create its own fleshed out feel within the Resident Evil universe. If it does that and it's still horror, there's no action set pieces, you will win your fans back, Capcom. However, you really, really gotta try harder on this one. Again, to I guess the more humorous note, the VR, PlayStation VR. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get it. But it seems like Sony's pushing it too fast. I mean, everything is having a VR capability, basically. Final Fantasy 15, Serious Sam, Battlefront. I feel like they're pushing it way too hard. And much as I hate to say it, PlayStation does not have a good track record of supporting their peripherals. PSP Go, Vita, Move, and I guess the PSP was somewhat successful. But either way, I want them to do it right. I don't want them to shoehorn crap in just to get people interested, and then it's disappointing and all around, and no one wants it anymore. like the game Rigs that's coming out for the PlayStation VR with the mechanized suits and shooting and jumping and all that stuff. If that works, if that is as popular as it looks and works as well as it's envisioned, that could be a game changer for PlayStation VR. I feel if that one works, there's no stopping what PlayStation VR can be. Horizon New Dawn, the new gameplay footage they showed, looked awesome. Looked adrenaline pumping. The open world looked nice. I'm hoping it's relatively big, although not Ubisoft big, where they pack a bunch of useless crap in there to keep you busy. I want actual meaningful collectibles or side missions, like what they did early on with Assassin's Creed 2. Collecting the feathers, you're doing that for your mother who won't speak because she's so traumatized by her family dying, or the what do you call them? The crap, what was it? Like the Subject 14 Enigma type puzzle things. Those were intriguing because you were finding out what happened to your previous success or your predecessor, and that was interesting because it tied into the story. It wasn't just there to, oh yay, treasure, I get coins, yay. It wasn't like that. So if Horizon New Dawn can keep up with what it's been doing and have a meaningful open world, huge success, even more hype. Final Fantasy 15 got a release date for October, I believe. Can't wait for it. I mean, nothing really new was shown off. But all I have to say is it was no Kingdom Hearts 3 footage. No Kingdom Hearts 3 footage. So I guess that's it, everyone. As usual, I wasn't reading from script. I was doing this off the top of my head, just expressing my opinions. So I probably forgot a game here or there or two. If you want to hear my opinion on it, feel free to comment. I'll reply back as usual. Also, hopefully you like the new digs. This is the hopefully the new setup spot for videos, except for these moving boxes still here. But like outside here is the city I live in now, like a bunch of tall buildings and lights. It's obviously nighttime, so you might only be able to see like the glare of the lights. But there's a whole city back there, a nice brick layout. Hopefully I can do something with this. But as usual, guys, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it.